This is Francesco Abbruzzino with the Scoop News. Okay, the Scoop. All right. The budget, it passed first reading. There's going to be a second reading, which is coming up back in, when is it? It's going to be at City Hall on West Venice Avenue on the 27th at 5 p.m. The final reading. This is for the city of Venice. Concerns. A, they didn't budget in the cost of the pier. The pier they're estimating is going to be, I heard 675 yesterday. I'm hearing 700 from the Herald. And who knows, I think it may even be more. They didn't budget that in. Why? I don't know. They said, well, we'll do it in the final rating. One thing that I was listening to them yesterday, and one thing they echoed, like Rich Cotero, is, hey, people are pissed. They didn't want that tax fee imposed because we're spending money frivolously. We're spending $500 here on a park. Hollick wanted $2 million for another park out in no man's land. The pineapples, Hollick had an idea to buy that. So you got all these things, but the money isn't there. And what was gut-wrenching for a lot of them, and a difficult decision, was the affordable housing. Over there on Grove, it was torn down. They put up the senior one, but there's supposed to be a younger generation one in there. Some things have fallen through the cracks, and they haven't been able to get the federal financing for that. So Venice has fronted, and I think it's $700,000. I can't remember the amount. I can't remember the amount, so don't hold it to me to that. And they said, okay, we'll put this up, and it'll help the application go through. And Hollick was sitting there saying, look, it's just saying it's there, and it'll make the application possibly get passed or approved better. But you know what? If they're going to approve it, guess what? They're going to approve it based upon that money, so it's going to be used. And it's funny how they use that logic there to try to tell people, to make it seem like you're not taking that money. So the crisis that they had was, do we pass this with money we don't have? Or do we say, no, we just don't have the money? Some people like Rich brought up a good point. He said, look, right now we need 2 fire trucks. We need the Jaws of Life, and we need to repair the fire station. We don't have the money for that, yet you're approving $700,000 for this. We got the pier that's going to be $700,000. And basically people like Daniels and Hollick just said, and blew it off. No big deal. Money will come wherever it comes from. So basically what they've done with that fire fee is they rolled the money back into the general fund, $28.2 million. And the budget comes out to about $121.4 million, with the biggest expenditures being the police department and the fire department. The other amazing thing about that nobody talks about is the population. We're building all these new homes, yet we've laid off police and fire. And my understanding is we're struggling in those areas. We let go of a hazmat. I think it was 2 fire guys, some police. I don't remember. It was a couple of years ago. But since then, they've been short-staffed. You're adding all these people, yet you're not staffing for them, which is strange. They're not building any new locations like you would think. All those new houses, is there enough? You would think you got 3 firehouses in the city of Venice, and they're adequate for the buildings we have, the structures we have. If you're building all these new buildings, wouldn't you need a new one? But nobody plans on that. So basically, they added that money for the fire without the fee back into the general fund with no way of financing it. So this year, though, you will start to see tax increases. You'll see the $16 million public safety to build a new police station. You'll see the $18 million road bond tax. You'll get a new waste management fee is coming in this year. They had a new waste management last year, too. The property increase, which was about 20-25%. You'll have more taxes there. Plus the millage rate is increasing, where they said, yeah, let's move forward with that. So you got all these new taxes and still not enough money to cover the expenses. These guys are a bunch of yahoos spending money like crazy, like there's no tomorrow. I got money. Guess what? I make money. And guess what? I don't spend more than I make. If I do, I'm in trouble. I get X, I spend Y. Why don't we hold these guys accountable to it? And you guys did a great job when they tried to increase more taxes with the fire fee. But you got to continue it, because already the individuals are getting away from that. The only 2 that stuck to it and that it made an impression on was Phrase and Cotero. We didn't hear anything from Anderson. She's on vacation. The other ones, it just went right by them. They could care less. So I'm going to include their email here. You guys, if you guys are as concerned as I am as a resident of the city of Venice, you need to speak up. You need to be heard. You need to let these yahoos know we're tired of it. We're tired of it. My daughter calling during my live shot. That tells me she's not watching it. This has been Frankie Abbruzzino with the Scoop News.